very well. In today's video I'm going to talk about something a bit girly, and I'm sorry to my male viewers, I know there's a couple of you out there, so I apologise in advance. Even if you're still watching this video, that's pretty freaking cool. But us females go through a couple of struggles every month, and that is our period, and getting tattooed on your period is never fun. So I've had a couple of requests from girls over the past couple of years to do a video about this situation, and I've never sort of done it. I never thought anyone would want to hear it apart from the people that suggested it, but I've had quite a few suggestions lately to talk about it, so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to bite the bullet, I'm going to do it. Talking about periods is never comfortable. I know it shouldn't be like a taboo subject or anything because it's natural. Nearly every woman goes through having periods and stuff like that, unless there's like medical reasons or contraception reasons. But yeah, most females go through periods and they're never fun. If you enjoy having a period, then Jesus fucking Christ. There's nothing fun about it. And let me tell you, if you're a guy, there is nothing fun about having a period. Let's just talk about my personal situations when it comes to getting tattooed and being on your period. I have definitely, without a doubt, been on my period while getting tattooed. There's just no avoiding it, especially when you get a lot of tattoos like myself. On one of my sessions on my lower back tattoo, I was on my period, and I get backache when I'm on my period. I get very crampy, I get very achy. For the first 2 days, I'm just a miserable person. I'm crampy, I'm achy, I'm moody. When you're on your period, you're kind of sensitive to pain. I am anyway. Everyone's gonna be different, by the way. I'm just talking from my point of view, so you guys might find it different if you've ever been tattooed on your Shark Week. So yeah, I remember getting my lower back tattooed, and I remember just having bad back anyway because I get the sort of cramp goes through to my back. So I remember just thinking on the way to the studio, like, this is gonna be hell, like I am not gonna have fun with this. But it wasn't actually too bad. I feel like getting tattooed was like acupuncture or something, like it kind of improved the situation, like my cramp sort of subsided. I've had a few sessions on my arm, this arm here, while I've been on my period. That was a bit of a struggle, especially a longer session. I think I had a session that was 6 hours long on my arm at one point, and I remember I was cramping so hard. And sometimes for me, if I sit down too long, it just makes things worse, or if I stand up too long, it makes things worse, so I sort of have to move around a bit. So everyone's different, obviously. Yeah, no, it is hard being tattooed on your period. Again, obviously it's case by case situation. Like I was saying, sometimes it's okay for me and sometimes it's like not okay, because I don't know about you guys, but I always feel a little bit more sensitive when I'm on my period. I just feel everything, you know. It's maybe because I'm moody and grumpy, I don't know. But my top tips for being tattooed on your period, I would say make sure you have had lots of sugar, make sure you fed yourself, because there is nothing worse than having a sugar crash, being on your period and being tattooed. You just don't want that. I've never experienced it, thank God, but I can't imagine how detrimental it would be to your body. So make sure you're very well hydrated, make sure you've had enough sugar, bring drinks with you. I would always say, if you do suffer from cramping, make sure you take paracetamol before the tattoo, so make sure, you know, your womb has had some sort of painkillers, and make sure you bring them with you also. A tattoo artist isn't going to mind if you start popping pills, you know, just like, I have bad cramp, like, we're all friends here, I have bad cramp right now, let me take some painkillers. You know, it's not a big deal. Every female, well, for the most part, every female goes through having a period, and I'm sure a tattoo artist can sympathise with you being tattooed and being on your period. Again, like, if you're like me and you get bad cramping, you know, you've sometimes just got to do what you got to do. So yeah, that would be my top 2 tips: paracetamol, ibuprofen, whichever one, and lots of sugar, lots of drink, lots of food. That will get you through. I know some people are quite prone to fainting on their period, which is obviously normal. I think my sister sometimes, well, has nearly fainted because it gets so bad. I've never felt like that. Actually, no, there's been a couple of times where I felt quite uneasy from having my period because the cramp is just so bad. And so if you're quite prone to fainting and prone to fainting while getting tattooed as well, the combination of the two is not going to be a good mix. So make sure you take it easy. If you feel yourself feeling a bit iffy, just tell the tattoo artist and say, yo, whoa, okay, I'm feeling a bit faint now. Get some fresh air, have a drink of water or something sugary to get those, you know, blood sugar levels back up and on form. Yeah, I think that's just like my main advice, is just take it easy, and if it is too much, just tell your tattoo artist. If you are a person that really badly suffers with period pain and you just feel ill and you're like throwing up and your stomach really hurts and you have a tattoo session, my advice would probably be to cancel that. appointment, as much as that sucks to say. I mean, if you feel like you can handle it, then that's fine, but if you are in the worst case situation, I would definitely... Every video, Elmo has to. What is this life? Yeah, if you're feeling very, very worse for wear, you're going to have to just cancel that appointment. Again, like I said, if you can handle it, go for it. But if you're feeling your worst, I would say cancel that tattoo. You may lose your deposit, but if you explain to the studio or the tattoo artist, like, say, you know, it's my time of the month, I'm feeling very ill, I'm throwing up, my stomach hurts, I just can't make it in. Is there any way I can rebook this tattoo? I definitely want this tattoo, I'm definitely going to come in, because some studios say if you cancel an appointment within 48 hours you lose your deposit. I don't know what the situation is if you're genuinely ill and you're just like, you know, throwing up, you've got your period cramps, you know, so just, you know, stress them that you definitely want this appointment, you're definitely back in. Is there any way they can keep the deposit and move it along? But because you are letting down this tattoo artist and they've got that big section booked for you, so like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, what have you, they are losing out on that money. So it's a very tricky situation. So I will say, if you can make it, go, but if you're like on death's door, obviously don't go. Your health is more important, and you don't want something jabbing into your skin for like 4, 5, 6 hours. You're just gonna feel much worse, much worse. And that's the other thing, like, when you have a tattoo appointment, there's a chance you book this months in advance and it's with a tattoo artist you admire. You may have never been tattooed by them before, and then obviously Mother Nature comes knocking and it's just like, hello, your period's here, and it's just like the worst timing ever. So obviously it just can't be helped. There's nothing you can do to stop it. I mean, if you take the pill, I think you can extend how long you take the pill for if you think your period's coming up. But obviously I don't think that's like the safest thing to do. I think you can do it like once or twice a year or something. I'm not entirely sure. I don't take the pill personally, so I don't know. You could, I mean, I personally, I'm the worst female. Like, I don't keep track of my period. I sort of get a cramping sensation a couple hours before it comes. So I'm like, okay, here it comes. I have like a nice little warning that my period is coming. So, but I don't keep track of it. I used to try, but my period just comes when it fucking wants. Like, it'll be like say on the 27th one month, and then it'll come on the 20th the next month, or the 19th, or the 23rd. Like, it just comes when it wants. I have no regular pattern. So if you have a regular pattern and you know when your period is coming, try and book around it, if that makes sense. So say your period comes on the 15th of the month, book a tattoo for like the 22nd or something like that. Like, book around it so you're not in pain. I would definitely advise that if you keep track of your period. I don't. I just book a tattoo when an artist is free. I'm just like, I don't know when it's coming, but you know, so it depends again on the person. But I would definitely say, if you can, book around your period. But again, if you don't get it bad and you can sit through having a tattoo when you're in your period, I would say go for it. Another thing I've noticed when I'm on my period and getting tattooed, I'm a lot more fidgety. I'm kind of known for sitting quite well. Like, I will sit well. I don't know, I've got patience for sitting still and being tattooed. I will just sit there and take it. But I've noticed when I'm on my period, I am very, not fussy, I'm just a bit more fidgety. Like, I move my butt around and stuff. I try and angle my body to feel comfortable with the cramping that's going on. Because, you know, if you've had period cramps, it's just not fun. I get mine pretty bad, like I was saying, in the first 2 days. The third day isn't so bad. But yeah, I've noticed I'm a little bit more fidgety and fussy on my period. But, you know, us women, we have to get on with our lives. And if it means being in pain twice, so you've got like the tattoo pain and the cramping pain, then that's just what you've got to do. The world doesn't stop for us, unfortunately. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say on that matter. Like, that's the only advice I can give and the only tips that I have. If you've got any advice or tips for people, put them down below and you can read them and what have you. But yeah, my only advice is drug up, be comfortable, wear comfy trousers. That's another thing. Oh my goodness, let me talk about that. Comfy clothes. If you want to wear trackies, wear tracksuit bottoms. It doesn't matter. Honestly, comfort is the main thing when you're on your period, let me tell you. No high-waisted jeans, no, you know, trousers that cut off your circulation, because that really doesn't help with bloating. Also, I bloat like a motherfucker on my period also. Like, boom, like, is this bitch 3 months pregnant kind of bloating? Yeah, so be comfortable also. I mean, I say that about every long tattoo session anyway. Always be comfortable, don't wear anything too tight. You just want to be comfortable sitting there taking the needle. When it comes to, obviously, you know, when you're a lady and you have to do your changing of like your tampons or your, what do you call those things, the nappy things, sanitary towels. Every tattoo studio I've been in has a bathroom, and that bathroom has had a bin in it. Obviously if you're having a very long session, you're going to have to change your stuff, right? You're just going to have to do it. So just grab it from your bag. Everyone is an adult in the tattoo studio, everyone's heard of a period, everyone's over the age of 18 or 16 depending where you live. And just do what you gotta do. Like, there's no shaming having a period. Just put it out there. Just be like, I've just gotta go do my thing, you know? A tattoo artist isn't gonna mind. You've got to be comfortable. And yeah, like I was saying, if you've got any tips or tricks for people, comment them down below. It'd be good to hear what you guys go through also. So if you've ever been tattooed on your period, let me know. Let me know how it felt for you. Like I was saying, I'm quite fidgety and I can feel things a little bit more. And I don't really have much of an attention span also when I'm on my period, because all I can think about is the cramp. That's all I think about. So anything else that's going on around me, I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I have no fucks to give. So yeah, I'd like to know your stories, and hopefully this video has helped in some way, shape or form. Maybe not, it's a bit of a rambly video, but yeah, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until my next video, bye.